Good morning, everyone. Here we are drafting out loud, and we have the number one pick here on DraftKings. And we have our ranks set up, as you can see, with Jahmyr Gibbs, number one. He is a value on the site relative to Bijan Robinson. And you know what we're doing here? We're usually kind of trying to get our values and our risers where we can on these streams. So we're going to try that again. Now, what's crazy is I feel like we had the number one pick last time or number two pick, and we took Gibbs. And I don't know how much Gibbs I have compared to Bijan Robinson. I do expect Gibbs to flip Bijan Robinson here at some point in time. It's just because Gibbs has been a riser on underdog, and I don't know if he's even flipped yet on underdog completely yet. But we will take Gibbs here if we can put the bet on the better offense that we can stack versus the maybe the better player in Bijan Robinson, like the better like running back archetype, a little bit bigger of a guy. Um, but we're not gonna we'll bet on our you know on our ranks here right now. Draft starts in 7 seconds. Trying to get queued up here what I've done in the past here. But I feel like it was Bijan Robinson that we took. I mean, sorry, Jahmyr Gibbs that we took. Again, based on ranks, we got Jahmyr Gibbs number one. If we go and look at our market movers, which hopefully you check that out before watching this, you can see that he is a value just because he's going a little bit cheap. I mean, like it's the most lame of values, but he's a value and we expect him to rise, so we'll take him, is what we will do if it lets us take him. There we go. Jahmyr Gibbs on the board. Trying to pull up what we've done here in the past, although let's move it a little on the slow side. Pull up the board. There we go. Standard kind of setup right now, almost like exactly what you'd expect for DraftKings. Going nice and slow as it always does. I do I have more Bijan Robinson? No, more yeah, it was Jahmyr Gibbs that we took with our last draft as well. Okay. It's hard to get all this stuff set up and talk at the same time. Doing my best. Okay, so we got Gibbs here. And what did we do? What did we do last time with Gibbs? We went Omar and Hampton made it to us in the second round, and I believe he is one of the values still. Let's take a look here. Yeah, he is a value. He goes right now at pick 19.7. We got him at um pick 23 or 24. I don't know if we were the first pick or second pick in the draft for the last one, but 23 or 24. And we ended up with Omarion Hampton and Brock Bowers is who we ended up with on the last one. Fun click, if you ask me. Let's get something else interesting on this one, right? Like, let's get a falling Drake London or Rashee Rice. That's what I'd like. Falling Drake London or Rashee Rice. Now, let's talk game plan here a little bit. We are in, you can see here, one of these 5 entry max tournaments. It's a super small final size. I think it's like 12 or something like that. And so what did we learn? Because we looked at the sacrilegious video. Check that one out if you haven't seen that one. What did we learn on that one? We learned that when it comes to these smaller field finals, we don't need to worry about stacking as much. So while we will stack if it comes to us or it makes sense based on our build, I'm not going to just go and stack for the sake of stacking here because that and probably want to just have more running backs to guarantee that we have a high floor, right? We don't need the ceiling of ceilings when we're going up against this small field. We want to have an awesome floor. We start that off with Gibbs. That's a great floor right there. And we learned that when we were looking at when we were doing a what was that? The I can't remember which draft that was, but there was a draft on Underdog where we there goes Rice. A draft on Underdog where we just loaded up on wide receivers because the wide receivers kept on falling, the running backs didn't. And then we thought about it afterwards, okay, maybe we just had a sharp room and they weren't giving us the running backs because it was a smaller field. So I don't think we want to go out of our way, but we also want to make sure we try to get a nice floor. Anyone in this draft? This is a Saber Sims guy here. So maybe he's a little sharp. Very sharp to pick Bijan Robinson with the second pick. We really want Josh Allen has fallen behind these guys. Okay. Like we said, Josh Allen is a faller. We learned that today, as well as a ton of the other quarterbacks are falling too. Look at all those quarterbacks that are falling. Allen, Jackson, Stafford, Mendoza, Hurts, Williams, May. Lots of QBs falling. Let's queue up. That's who we hope for, right? We want there goes Omar and Hampton. That's okay. We already got him, but it would be nice to get him again, right? Like, oh, there goes Drake London. Wah, wah, wah. Now it's not nearly as exciting here. Brock Bowers goes. Oh, wait, is Drake London still on the board or not? That's interesting. He's in my queue, even though I can't draft him. Oh, we'll take Trey McBride if he falls to us. He took Derrick Henry. We're gonna take Trey McBride. I don't know if he's gonna. And then the second pick is gonna be. Does it make sense who to pick here? I think it's between like Pickens and AJ Brown, really. I think we're gonna go Pickens right now. Just go Pickens. Because getting Drake made a fall all the way to 72 is tough. So let's just get the player that we don't think we're gonna stack anyways right now. And then we'll get AJ Brown maybe like next time or something like that. AJ Brown's probably gonna rise. We'll get the stack that way as well. We'll get the combination like that later on too. George Pickens um, probably has more juice also. Like he's younger and he really kind of brought it last year. As long as he doesn't go crazy this year, you'd expect him to maybe do something great again. They deployed him in a way where he wasn't just a downfield receiver, so he does work a little bit better in PPR if he gets deployed the same way again this year. So I think he's a good pick overall. We do have him on. We haven't drafted a whole ton of DK teams, but half of our DK teams have Gibbs, and a decent amount have George. Like two of them have George Pickens, maybe. We don't. This is we don't have these guys together. So a falling McBride. I expect McBride to probably keep on falling, but you never know where he kind of lands at. Is he still on the fallers list? Let's take a look. He is still on the fallers list. 19.26. That's okay. We got him at 24. You think he doesn't fall too much more than 24, even if he falls. So I think we're okay there. Based on our ranks, We got Lad McConkey and Luther Burden as the next two, and then Mike Evans. Those are all values. There's like a little value pocket here, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let's take a look. Mike Evans, value, usually goes 45, goes 52 here. Luther Burden. Is Luther Burden a riser then? Oh, okay. So Luther Burden, there's a couple, I always add a couple extra nuggets, right? A couple extra players. Luther Burden is, let's see what list Luther Burden is on. Lad McConkey, I think we saw him on the value list also, if I'm not mistaken. Or is he a riser? Who knows? Lad McConkey's a riser. Mike Evans is a value. And Luther Burden is a value as well, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, Luther Burden's a value. He's going 43 on Underdog. He's going 48 on DraftKings. 10% value on Luther Burden. An interesting one. He could be a target getter, right? Like, because he's getting a lot of short passes, but he could also be a nothing burger as well a lot of times. Who knows what's going to happen this year? There's Lamar Jackson at 47, falling down the boards a bit. We are not going to take Luther. I don't think we're going to take Lamar Jackson if he gets to it because Zay Flowers just went. If Zay Flowers got to us, we'd take Lamar Jackson. But we're not going to do that because of the group of wide receivers or QBs after that. Like you can get Jalen Hurts at 72 potentially. Dak Prescott's going at 75 already. Wow. So we could stack up Dak Prescott and George Pickens or do like a Jalen Hurts thing. I think those are both better options. Not better options, but if you want to do like a three QB build, probably better options. After the schedule comes out, maybe we'll do more Devontae Adams. Maybe we'll pull Lamar Jackson up a little bit. There goes Luther Burden. Bucky Irving, Cam Scatabo, those are both options. Especially for these again, smaller field finals. We want to get our upside. I mean, we want to limit our floor. Is what we want to do. We have a ton of Mike Evans already. That being said, he does. We're just gonna go here. Let's just do it. Bucky Irving, Cam Scatabo. We have our running backs now. And we said we wanted to do that, right? We want to make sure we have a nice floor. New York Giants are a potential bring back to Dallas also. I know we're not taking the players on our list. Bucky Irving's a risk as well. But we know at this pick 72, we're like not going running back. Watch what will happen. Oh, did was that the Zay drafter or not? It wasn't. It was the Devontae Adams drafter. At pick 72, like what do we got as far as our ranks go? There's no values at running back here. If we just go look based on ADP, Hubbard is really the only one. So if we wanted to make sure we had running backs and have a good solid floor, there goes Drake May. So that was probably Did he go to the AJ Brown? He went to the AJ Brown drafter at 55. That's crazy. So it's 72. I'm not a fan of it, but we could go and take Dak Prescott. Seems super expensive. We have Cam Scatabo, Jackson Dart at 88. Like that sounds more exciting, but we're in between, right? Like we can either overpay for one or hope that one falls to us. No team has more than one QB, so it is a time where maybe that does happen. This guy's already got four running backs. Probably makes it even better that we took three kind of early running backs. Parker Washington goes earlier on DraftKings. So Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison are values here. We'll click on Marvin Harrison usually goes at 66, so I think he's definitely probably someone we'll look at. We'll just queue up Brian Thomas. We'll queue up Dak Prescott. Not that we want. Oh no, yeah, we'll queue up Hurts and Prescott. There's a chance that we do like something like Lemon and Hurts. That would be a bring back, right? Philly. Philly is another bring back on Dallas and the Giants. So those are all options for us. We've seen Tootin fall a bit. Hubbard's kind of been rising overall. Tucker Craft is a crazy expensive price here on DraftKings relative to underdog. And there goes Harrison. This is just a tough spot right here. Like, what do you really want to do? We're gonna take Warren if he gets to us, just because we're gonna get the ADP value, and then we might just take like Warren and Prescott. You know me, I'm gonna try to take the ADP value. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take Tyler Warren, and then with the next pick, we could go like a naked Jalen Hurts. We're gonna go Dak Prescott, just because there's nothing else here that I feel like we need, and it gives us a QB. I don't like it here, but it is a stack, so we can justify it a little bit. And he'll fall more, and then we'll be less inclined to do it. And so we might as well. Oh, we got two tight ends as well. Huh. Didn't realize that. Okay, we're done at tight end. We are done at tight end. I forgot we had the tight end earlier. If Warren wasn't available, then we would have, I don't know, Hurts Lemon, Dak Prescott, something else. I don't know what we would have done. It's just a tough spot. Uh, Listening to some other people, they're predicting Lemon to fall a ton. But then other people think that Lemon's going to rise once AJ Brown gets traded, if he gets traded. So a lot of conflicting reports there on that. There goes Lemon right there, by the way. Jaden Reed is a value right now. Was not on our list actually, but we put him on our list. He is just another, one of those nuggets, right? Another player to kind of look at just a little bit. And where is he right now? He is going at 83 on Underdog. He's going at 92 on DraftKings. And he just passed, or he's going to pass up Jordan Addison next, right? People are a little bit down on Jordan Addison because the The Minnesota Vikings took Jawan Jennings, and Reed goes way early in this one, unfortunately. So we're not going to get it. There's Josh Downs, which is our next value at 113. He goes at 100 on underdog. We saw that. He is on our sheet as far as values go right here. 100 versus 112. We're just not in a good spot for him. We got to pull him up to 97 if we want him, or hopefully he falls to 120. He is a Colt, and we do have Tyler Warren. So we might have to look at this the next time around, what makes sense. If Tony Pollard fell to us, we'd definitely take that. There's no one on our ranks that we're gonna target. Um, Jalen Warren, if he fell, we don't need it. We're definitely not taking a tight end at all. And this is pick what? Eight, is this pick 100? Okay, so this is the pick that we got to look and see if we'd want Josh Downs, right? Let's see. Here he is. Like, why not? I think the only player maybe you want that you definitely want. We'll have to look and see. Oh, Herbert goes and say if like Herbert makes it back to us, that'd be fun. Did Dart already go? Dart already went. Brock Purdy's available. I think Brock Purdy's always a fun pick. There's Addison falling. All our Addison CLV is gone. Jalen Warren goes, unfortunately. Like a Purdy Pearsall thing might make sense here. If we want to get our second QB, potential bring back with McBride. No, we're not going to do that. Okay. I think we're definitely taking Josh Downs now. It's someone in Josh Downs. Is it Addison and Downs? Kyler Murray's still available if we want to go Addison. Kyler Murray. We're going to go Addison and Downs. We're pulling Downs up a bit. We just said he is a potential good archetype for here. We got such good value on Warren. Let's build out an Indianapolis thing and see what happens. And it gets us one of our players that we have targeted in Downs. So there we go. Kaboom! There were other players we were considering, but it just didn't work out right. You know, like the stacks. We were considering a Pearsall Purdy thing. We were considering a like Herbert Quinshon Judkins thing if it got to us, something like that. Maybe even like a Stafford Corum. That's probably not something you want to target, but that is a possibility as well. Um, Based on QBs here, if for some reason Kyler Murray made it back to us, that'd be nice. Baker Mayfield would be nice a little bit. There's Jones. He's much later at 140. So we are going to try to push Jones all the way to like 144. We're not going to take him much earlier than that. We do have Dak Prescott as our first QB. So unless we get like a falling Murray or Baker Mayfield, I think we just avoid these other QBs. Maybe a falling Jordan Love, Tyler Shuck. I don't know. We are going to be at pick what now? There goes Jordan Love, so I don't got to worry about that. Pick 120. There goes Baker Mayfield. We can't get that now. Every once in a while, Mayfield falls, but not on this one. Did he pair him up? He didn't. I bet you wanted Love, and once Love got snapped up, he's just like, I'll just take Mayfield. Pearsall gets all the way to 108. Pearsall is one of those players that can fall. There goes, he went Kittle as well. There goes Tyler Shuck. That's his third QB. Uh, mm, ooh, Cam Ward getting pulled up. Okay. 120, 120. So based on ranks, Rodriguez are next at 127. I mean, there's a chance that Murray makes it back to us now. Come on. We already passed the Justin Jefferson drafter. Everyone's got at least one QB. These guys only got one though, so really we need to pass these three. If we do that, there's a chance we get Murray. Yeah. There's not a chance we get Murray. Uh Dobbins, Pittman. Oh darn, there goes Pittman. Kincaid was. We have two tight ends. We don't need any tight ends. Dobbins is falling a bit. Do we just take the two best players? I mean, Golden, I think, is a riser overall. Maybe just not right here, but he's a riser overall. Not that he's a fun. He's like a risky pick. Let's just do it. Dobbins and Golden. We didn't take. We already got a Tampa Bay running back, and I don't know how I feel about Gainwell to begin with. Would have been nice if Kyler Murray made it back to us. We really want to see this guy here with one QB take a QB with this pick. That would be nice. If we want to do a Aaron Rodgers thing, we only really have one more target left. Good, he took a QB. We only have really one target left, and that target is this guy needs another QB. And he's got Alec Pierce. There's a chance we miss out on Daniel Jones. We want this guy to take a QB as well. Take the Miami QB, right? He's available. Yeah, Malik Willis. Take Malik Willis or CJ Stroud. Oh, he took Daniel Jones. That hurts. Okay. We do have Trey McBride that opens up Jacoby Brissett. That stinks that we missed out on Daniel Jones. Would have been a fun team to get him on. I think Bryce Young is also in play. Fernando Mendoza is in play. And really, I mean, Geno Smith is kind of in play too, depending on what goes down. We're hoping for this. That makes it to us. Chances are slim. 157 for Jacoby Brissett. We don't need a tight end. We already got two tight ends. That being said, we have a rather solid team overall. Wide receivers, we probably need help at, right? Like with Josh Downs as our third wide receiver. Yeah. What we're gonna go heavy wide receiver on this one, definitely. We can stop at like five running backs, even four if we really needed to, but five running backs would be maybe ideal. Ferguson, if he better not fall all the way to us. We'd be too tempted to get him. There's like Omar Cooper here, right? We could do Omar Cooper. Bryce Young went. We get Omar Cooper to set up a Geno Smith thing as well. That darn, there goes Coker. That's kind of the player that we wanted to get to us. Oh, did Bryce Young already go? He went. Okay. Stefan Diggs is available too. Aye, aye, aye. I like Diggs more than Omar Cooper. Yeah, we're gonna go Aaron Jones, and then we're gonna go. We're not even gonna go Cooper. We're just gonna go Stefan Diggs. Diggs is gonna pass Cooper here. He's the better bet overall. And um, it's not like Geno Smith, Omar Cooper is some amazing stack. If the QBs make it to us, we're just gonna take the QBs no matter what, like just to kind of have QBs. And we're really playing it through Dak, is what we're gonna do on this one. And I think that's okay. We've had a couple things that just did. I mean, we're getting good ADP value, but we're just hoping like a different player falls and it's different ADP value. That's okay though. I was really hoping that Daniel Jones would make it. This guy took Daniel Jones and Bryce Young. Come on, man. Save a QB for the rest of us. Am I the with one QB now? Oh, this guy's got one QB as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll even take Aaron Rodgers here at 168 if we have to. I know we talked about how, yeah, we did talk about like avoid them in Superflex, get them in these other sites if we're going to do it anywhere. So that's what we're going to do. We did bolster our wide. I think Stephon Diggs is a nice, like, solid wide receiver piece. Jones that late, I can't believe he's still falling there. I haven't gotten as much of him post draft because I don't know, just how the boards have, I don't know how I'm drafting the teams, I guess. I'm not sure. But that's a great five running back room. Dobbins, Jones, Irving, Scatabo, Gibbs. Irving and Scatabo can start off slow as they try to like introduce Gainwell and find out he can't do anything. Scatabo can start off slow as well. That this is a really nice running back room, right? Like because ideally Dobbins and Jones are starting off strong at least. Even if they start to slow down, do these two pick up? And hopefully Gibbs is just my anchor the whole way through. That is a beautiful running back room. We got Brissett, Mendoza, Rogers, and Geno Smith. We're going to go probably quarterback here, no matter what, for the most part, unless something crazy happens. Like, we don't need a running back. We don't need Tyreek Hill. We don't need, like, Trey Tucker is there. If we do like a Mendoza thing, if we went where's, what's his face? Jeremy Bernard. That's our stack with Aaron Rodgers. If we get Aaron Rodgers, where is he? 191. So I think we're just going to go two QBs. I don't care which two. I would prefer it be Rodgers and someone else. I don't care what the other one is. But ideally, we get two QBs here. We don't need a running back. We took Diggs with that last pick to hopefully just hold us over at wide receiver to a certain extent. We're going to stay with two tight ends so we can hammer wide receiver at the end and try to make it up with some volume. Also, that's the game plan. Not a bad game plan. Alvin Kamara, nice pick on underdog. DraftKings, don't know. Does he have like? No, he doesn't have the stack either for it. So all these guys do have two QBs, so any of them could elect to get a third one. We're hoping they don't. Give us our options. Brissett is the stack. Mendoza's hopefully like a late season hammer a little bit, right? Like well, not hammer, but like you have him for the end of the season. Brissett you might not have at the end of the season. There goes Brissett. Okay, that's unfortunate. If Mendoza does, he went, damn. I guess we're going like Tucker, Rogers. If Rogers makes it to us, hopefully he does. If he doesn't, that'd be extremely unlucky. 6'5", 6'4". Okay. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Trey Tucker, Aaron Rodgers. Bernard is definitely our next pick if he gets to us. We could do Michael Penix at the end, I think makes a lot of sense for this team as well. Or like either one of those guys. Probably, I mean, either one. I like Penix more, I think. We could do a Howard or Aller if we want a different Pittsburgh guy. But we definitely need another quarterback, right? Like no matter what. Bernard is our biggest pick. And then right around this time too, where is he? Flournoy, right here. These are our next two picks, though, like if they're available. Guaranteed. Okay, so we want wide receivers not to go. And that's exactly what's not happening. There's wide receivers getting drafted like mad here. This guy's got 5'6", 6'6", 6'4". So that we're gonna okay, good. Yeah, that's crazy. A high pick. We're gonna lose at least one wide receiver right here. This guy's got 7, so less likely for him to take more wide receivers. We just in this pick, how could we have got another quarterback? We could have taken Daniel Jones instead of Golden. It's just not fun to do that. I mean, Matthew Golden could be a smash, just the way they've constructed that wide receiver room, or it could be a total bust, right? Like he didn't do much. He wasn't. A lot of people were down on him based on his college production. People just started drafting him based on his. Let's see what wide receiver this guy takes. Hopefully not one of ours. Tyreek Hill, Jerry Jeudy, Calvin Ridley, Debo Samuel, Tank Dell. There's lots of wide receivers to choose from before you get to our wide receivers. It's like all wide receivers almost. So we have a lot of insulation. Let's hope that it works. These guys got 6'6", 6'7". Okay, Debo Samuel. I mean, that's a good pick, especially when you need wide receivers. Katron Allen. Colby Parkinson's kind of a tough pick a little bit. Tyreek Hill. Let's hope the Saber Sim guy doesn't take our players. He didn't. Good. Okay. Bernard. Thank you. Flournoy. Thank you. I'm drafting a lot of Bernard overall. ETR is super high on him. Last time I heard, Flournoy's rising up, or he is rising up a bit, definitely on underdog. He's not on the list of risers for DraftKings. We saw that. David Njoku, not a bad pick if we needed another tight end there. Expect him to rise up because he is now on the Chargers. But we have McBride and where is he? McBride and Warren. So we are definitely a two tight end team here. Pick 18 or not. We might even go Penix and Tua, right? Like, we don't need anything else on this team now. If Penix and Tua make it to us, we're taking them both. I'm saying it right now. We don't need another running back. We don't want. We have 8 wide receivers now through 17. We're gonna kind of kill that with quantity. Hopefully Pickens can make it happen for us. I really kind of want both Atlanta guys to make it to me. We're doing a, let's see, where are they? Two is at 198. And if both of them make it to us, our last, he's not going to get to be our last pick, but that would be our last pick. 216 is Michael Penix. Yeah, we got to take them both here if we want them both, if we want to guarantee to have them both. I think it makes sense. We just need the points at quarterback. We don't really care about the stack. Again, 14, like a 14 team final. We don't care about the stack as much. We just want points. If I mean, Pat Fryermuth is available, we don't need a tight end, but if everything else is taken, maybe we just go with a third tight end too. Tank Bigsby, like, he just got taken. Ted Hurst. Ray Davis is not a bad, like, final running back, also. He's like the last. James Conner is like sneaky. Like, does he go to another team? Been hearing some people kind of just talk about the what ifs for James Conner. I kind of like the what ifs for him. But I think definitely Tua and Penix are our top priorities. We can get that to happen. We do have a couple 2 QBers here. Allen Goff, you got to think he's going to stick at 2. Hurts, Purdy, he could stop at 2. Jackson Darnold, a little bit more risky for some people, but Jackson top QB there as well. Dart, Herbert, Fryermuth goes. I'm happy about that. It less likely to try to branches on is our ranks as well. Where is he on our ranks? Is he actually on the list? He's not a value. Is he a riser? He is. He's a riser. He's not the biggest riser, but he's one of the top risers right now. Everyone's kind of slowing down just a little bit. Every time I try to grab him, I he doesn't make it to me. And unfortunately, we're gonna miss out on him this time because we don't need Branch as much as we need just the guaranteed QB points. So we're really hoping that Tua and Penix make it to us. There goes Ray Davis. So if Penix or Tua do get grabbed, we'll take like the other one and Branch if that can happen. Branch might not make it to us either though. Although everyone does have a good amount of wide receivers, minus thought I saw 6, 7, 6, 7, 7. Everyone does have a decent amount of wide receivers. They all took them a lot earlier than me too. Adonai Mitchell, is that a stack with the guy with Gino? He doesn't have Gino. Justice Hill. Yeah, get rid of the running backs. We don't need any of those running backs. Troy Franklin. We said these two don't need quarterbacks. He doesn't need a quarterback either. Wait, oh yeah, okay, good. That one. Oh, that hurts. Okay, well, we're gonna take the. Why do you got to do that to us? We'll go Zachariah Branch, Michael Penix. Get another riser. Get them stacked. Hopefully, Penix is the quarterback for the end of the year, not the beginning of the year. Really would have liked to get both of them. That's a little unfortunate. If Sanders or Watson make it to us, I think we will consider that. There's Will Howard right there. And Aller's right there. Um, Kirk Cousins for the beginning of the year also, if we want to consider that. That'd be a stack, right? Cousins would be a stack also. Not like a great stack, but with Trey Tucker. And we definitely can do a 4 QB build here with how we did things. We don't need another running back. If Connor made it to us, I think we'd have to consider it with like a last pick. There really aren't, I don't think there's really any more difference makers at even potential difference makers for the most part at wide receiver. Well, I mean, Pat Bryant, actually. I like Pat Bryant. Turpin would be a stack, but I don't think we need to stack that up again. If running back, actually, Connor might be a thing. Also, Jaden Blue or Malachi Davis, well, Malik Davis, sorry. If we wanted to do that, who are our other QB? Aaron Rodgers and Penix. So not really much at running back other than those two. I think we're done with 8 wide receivers. Actually, actually, if we want another wide receiver, it is maybe Jahan Dotson. We're betting on one of those two guys being the wide receiver two and actually making something happen. That's not a bad bet either. And tight end, we're just sticking with 2. That kind of hurts that he took 2 of there. Like, why do you have to do that? We have 9. Well, we don't even have 8. We have 9 wide receivers now. What helps this team more? There goes Connor. So 3 running backs through 5, 6 through 10, or 4 through 10, 5 through 12. It's either QB or wide receiver, is what it is. I think the chances of Kirk Cousins starting at the end of the year are slim to none. This is so tough. Do we just take a naked like Browns QB or something like that? Watson has been considered the early favorite. I don't think Cousins plays much at all. I don't have much faith in Watson. Like he couldn't do anything even before the Achilles injury. Why does that change now? No idea which one to take. Kind of stinks. I think we're going to take Shedeur Sanders, hoping that he's the one that plays at the end of the year. He's on the rookie contract. Deshaun Watson, I think, is washed. We'll just take Sanders and go with it. We could have gone Jahan Dotson. We already have 9 wide receivers, though. At some point in time, you just got to say, do I have enough wide receivers to make it happen? And hopefully 9 is the number. We went so weak at quarterback. I think taking that fourth quarterback makes sense because we're going to just need points at some point in time, and I don't know where those points are going to come from. Aaron Rodgers, Michael Penix, Shedeur Sanders. Jahan Dotson with the 10th wide receiver, maybe. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Uh, Players we have on our board. Jahmyr Gibbs, value 1. Let's take a look at our sheet and remind ourselves. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1. We skipped on Mike Evans. We didn't get to Brian Thomas. We skipped on Chris Rodriguez. We got Josh Downs for 2. And then risers. Aaron Rodgers, 3. Stephon Diggs, 4. Zachariah Branch, 5. We had 5 players on our sheet today. Not bad. Not bad. I had to piecemeal things together a little bit. We're definitely relying on Dak Prescott here. I do think that um, we have a team built, though, to win this contest. We have a nice high floor with Gibbs. I really like our running back room stopping at 5 there with the hammer for the whole season in Gibbs. These guys can start slow in some capacity because ideally these guys start faster. When they start to slow down, these guys speed up. So I think we do have a good balance there. At wide receiver, we're definitely light. That's why we ended up with 9 of them. And at QB, we're light as well because we started with Dak Prescott and then didn't get anything else from there. I think that, looking at this draft, taking Dak Prescott here, or we could have taken Hurts, either one of them, was definitely a smart idea. Considering Hurts is hard to stack with something meaningful at this point with Warren the pick before, I do think that Prescott, maybe just makes more sense. We want a big game from Prescott to Pickens, or a big season, Prescott to Pickens, to help push us through the season. And then we hit wide receiver pretty darn hard and just took value when we could. 1, 2, break, 3, break, 4, 5, break, 6, 7, 8, break, break. So yeah, like 8 wide receivers, just kind of hammering them, getting decent value with them, getting some risers right here, getting correlation right here, right here, right here. It came together pretty good. Now we could have. So here's the question: if I would have realized, and this is my mistake a little bit, if I would have realized that this team here only had 1 QB, and that they were building correlation in and taking it early as well, right? Like I got to factor those things in. I'm not, so shame on me. Do I go here and say, let's pass on Matthew Golden at 121 and grab Daniel Jones right there? I'm 50-50 on it. Matthew Golden is not on the risers list anymore, but but prove me right, Matthew Golden. Is he rising at all? Is the question. Still. Uh Rising for the month, rising for the week, slightly down for the day, just slightly. So he's maybe kind of topped out a little bit here on DraftKings for now. But okay, so I think we made the right move though. This is why, hear me out. This is why I think we made the right move. Uh Daniel Jones, Achilles injury. I just don't have a lot of faith in him overall. Matthew Golden, second year player, more condensed offense, hyper athletic, can ideally win like the Romeo Dobbs role. Came on semi strong at the end of the season, especially like in their playoff game. It was a loss, but he made some pretty darn big plays in that game too. All that's good. And if we pass on Golden here, who else fits that archetype after that? No one, no one, no one, no one. No, like literally Travis Hunter, who is more likely to be a zero compared to Golden. Like Golden's going to get the routes no matter what. They're going to give him a huge chance. So I like it. I think we did the right thing. Okay. Uh, let's review our team. Then let's review the other teams. Dak Prescott stacked with George Pickens and Ryan Flournoy. I like it. We got, where are they? Aaron Rodgers stacked with Bernard, skinny Pittsburgh stack. And then we have Penix with Branch, skinny Atlanta stack. And then we got Sanders just chilling out at the end there. I'm kind of still like Jahan Dotson or Sanders. That's the other question. Like, which one's the right one there? I don't know. Like Jahan Dotson just hasn't done much, but he does have a chance to be like the number two wide receiver for the whole year. So I don't know. That one could kind of kick us maybe a little bit too. That being said, we did go strong with nine wide receivers. Only at eight, I think then it would be definitely Jahan Dotson. Or if we got Daniel Jones, then it would definitely be Jahan Dotson. But I think in this build, Sanders maybe makes the most sense. Um, we got Gibbs, Irving, standalone running backs. We got a running back in the flex. We have a second really good tight end. Two all like elite tight ends basically, and then a lot of wide receivers and veteran running back depth as well. So overall, I think I do like this team. Let's go see if we can compare to anyone. Did anyone else do a 4-5-9-2? No one else would do a 4-5-9-2. In fact, no one else just took two tight ends. This guy here took five tight ends. Did almost take so we did do six of the onesies, and a lot of people did six of the onesies. Okay, so let's see if anyone else did a 5-9. They will stop at five running backs. Right here. Okay, we're gonna compare ourselves to this guy here. He stopped at five running backs. He went three with the first three picks. Achane, Barkley, Williams. We went running back and then we waited until the 4-5 turn to get Irving and Scatabo. He definitely has, of course, better running backs with more projectable volume that are healthier. We do have the stud and Gibbs though too, so we got that going for us. Where did we go after that? So he actually did take Rodriguez at a little bit of a value too. So good for him there with that pick. Stacked with Lawrence. He's not the pass catcher though, but whatever. We took Dobbins at a value here. He took Rodriguez as a decent value there. We then took Aaron Jones at 144, huge value if you ask me. And then he waited till the end, very end to get LaQuint Allen. So we got the two backup Jacksonville guys, and he's also got Hunter here as well. Did he get Strange? He didn't get Strange. Did he get anyone else? So I like his back stack of Jacksonville though. I will give him that. He took Jane Daniels at 59. I don't know about that. I think, I mean, whatever, it's fine. You can like him, and it's also a potential bring back. He did take Colson Loveland here at 38, so I don't know why you don't. If you're already betting on Colson Loveland, aren't you also kind of betting on Caleb Williams? Just take Caleb Williams with one of these picks, if you ask me. Did he get Washington stacked up at all? He did. He got Williams. So maybe that's why he wanted to do it. He wanted to get the Williams back stack going on. Okay, so I think we both accomplished five running backs pretty good. He went slightly stronger early. I went slightly stronger in the middle. Either way, we got to five. He's got three tight ends. Or no, let's go wide receivers then. He weighed. Oh, okay. I got Pickens as my anchor. He waited until pick round six for Tyson, and then Godwin, then Meyer. Oh, and Myers with Lawrence as well. Um, that's a little risky. A rookie as your number one wide receiver. I like Godwin. It also he does not. I thought I was going to say Baker. He doesn't. He's got Shuck. Um, I like Godwin. There's obviously some risk to it, but I like him. I got a lot of him. So Godwin, then Myers. Myers will hopefully be like a solid guy. He did take so this Shuck pick, having Daniels and Lawrence taking Shuck at 110 seems pricey. Um, McMillan, Hunter, Williams, Booty, Judy at two, oh, like Judy there, and then Thompson at 230 unstacked. I like my nine wide receivers more than I think we both did fine at running back. Um, I like my nine wide receivers more. I like Pickens more, of course, than Tyson. I think Tyson got the gap between Tyson Godwin and Addison are maybe there's something there's I mean the ADP say there is, but I kind of like Addison still. I think I like Pickens, Addison, Downs more than Tyson, Godwin, Myers, I think. And then he slowed down with like this Shuck pick here, while I still kept on sprinkling in wide receivers throughout. He also is going to have a hard time starting his league too, right? Rookie. So he's got one, two locked in guys, kind of. Fourth wide receiver on the team, cornerback, rookie, fourth, third. I don't know what his position is going to be if they get AJ Brown. Maybe he gets to start earlier on because he's the veteran, but maybe not. And then definitely the rookie right there. So he only has really like two for sure on the field at 100% to start the season. And then he's hoping on rookies and backup players for the rest of it. So I like my construction of wide receivers more on the field for one, on the field for two, on the field for three. Question of what kind, but on the field for three, on the field for four. Question, but on the field. Not on a team, but we expect him on the field. Probably a starter, even if they do sign someone like Diggs. Bernard is expected to be the number three wide receiver, but he's a rookie, so that's the first one that's not, kind of like on the field. Florida is expected to be the number three on Dallas. Branch is a rookie. So I only have two rookies on my team, and the rest are. So I should have more volume spread out throughout the season. So I think I did a much better job at wide receiver. I think we both did a decent job at running back. He's got three QBs, and I think he went a little early with his three, if you ask me. Right? Like the Shuck pick here, I think is it's just way early for. I'm not a fan of that. Stud QB, then two other early ones. A little too much capital, if you ask me, at QB, and then tight end Loveland, and so then he got Stowers, Otten, whatever you want to do there. What he did kind of good was he didn't go with another early tight end and then a third one on top of that. He waited until towards the end and got two of them, which is fine. 20 rounds, you can always get three tight ends if you want to. If he stopped at two, he could have done that. Once you get Stowers, I think then you're like, okay, I'll just take on as well. Because who knows what Stowers is going to do. So I think he did fine at tight end. So overall, I like my build. He did a good job of stacking overall, also, right? They're all stacked up in some way. I think I like my team slightly more because the wide receiver. I'm going to get wide receiver points. It's going to be tough for him to get wide receiver points at the beginning of the year, and that might be the difference. While he's going to have more running backs early, and I might have not as many good running backs, I do have running back points hopefully coming early no matter what, and then ideally more coming in soon after. Okay, let me know what you think. Did I knock this one out of the park? Did I accomplish what I wanted for a low total, a low number of teams in the finals or not? See you on the next one. Peace.